Good morning, everyone. It is currently day 3 of our time in Japan. It's just past 6 o'clock on November 25th, 2024. And today we're going to be taking a day trip from Tokyo down to Kamakura. It's about an hour on the train. I've been to Kamakura before, so I'm not going to do a lot of the touristy stuff because I've already been there, done that. However, I do want to go to Hasedera Temple because there's a really nice scenic viewpoint of the coastline, and it's actually my phone's background when I was here last time in Tokyo. So I want to see it in the fall colors because I've seen it in the summer and I want to see it in the autumn. Besides that, we might go to Gotemba, which is about, I think, a 2-hour train, three different trains west of Kamakura. So we'll see how we're feeling with that. There's a Pokemon store that I want to go to there. It's also the closest that I'll personally have been to Mount Fuji. I've not done the Hakone route or anything like that, so definitely leaving the door open. And when in Japan, like, if I have the opportunity to do something, might as well take the leap to do it because I don't know when I'm going to be here next. And that was kind of my mentality last time. I didn't know I'd be here this time, so before we do that, we're going to quickly run to the Kombini and get a probiotic yogurt, because I really liked it yesterday and I feel like it gave me good energy, so we're going to do that. Head to Hamacho Station and then see where the day takes us. But thanks for tagging along, so let's go. The lighting's not great, but we've just made it to Hasedera Temple in Kamakura. It was about an hour on the train, and I got on the train about 6:50, so 10 to 7. Really excited, really happy to be here. It's, I believe, around 8:30 local time, so gonna go get some scenic views and do a little bit of hiking. Hey everyone, so I'm currently at Hasedera Temple. I have to be a bit quiet because there was a sign saying to be quiet, but I'm currently the only one up here. It's about 8:50, I don't know if you can see. It's about 8:50 on a Monday, and I had this place entirely to myself, so feeling really thankful to be here. I can't put into words precisely about how beautiful it is up here. This is my second time coming to Hasidera, especially the oceanic viewpoint, and I'm blown away every single time. It's stunning. If you ever find yourself in the Tokyo area, please make a day trip out to Kamakura. You won't regret it. I'm fine with being the official Kamakura spokesperson, so let's go explore a bit more of Kamakura before we potentially head to Gotemba. We'll see where the day takes us. I hope you were able to appreciate a little bit of the view and what I could share with you.
次は神戸です。車内両替機において千円札以外の紙幣の両替はできませんのでご了承願います。まもなく
Hello, everyone. It's been a while since we last spoke. I don't know, honestly, the last footage that I have of me speaking to you guys. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a day. So to start off, as you saw, we went to Kamakura and we did the ocean scenic view hike at Hasadera Temple. And I saw probably the biggest spider that I've ever seen in my life on one of the Buddha statues. So I don't know how soon I'll be back, but as you could see, like the views are just stunning from Kamakura. I didn't leave Kamakura immediately after. I went to Bellur and I got some rings. So on my ring finger on my right hand, I don't know if it's focusing or not, but it's like this line type of design. I really liked it. I have two rings on my left hand, but they're more of a matte finish, whereas these are more glossy. And on my pinky, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's more of like a knotted ring, and I thought it was really cool. So Bellur in Kamakura is a wholesale, so they don't do customizations for sizes or anything. So if the rings in store don't fit, you can't buy them. I mean, you could buy them, you just wouldn't be able to wear them. So from Kamakura, we then took a series of trains. We went to Kozu, we originally went to Kita Kamakura, and then we went to Kozu, and then we transferred at Kozu, but had to wait a while because Gotemba's train service, I've learned, is not super frequent. Like, it's every 45 minutes, 50 minutes even. So full stop. I enjoyed Gotemba. As you could see from some of the Mount Fuji footage, like the view is just stunning and it's not super congested in Gotemba, so you can get a really nice view of Mount Fuji. And if you walk like 15 minutes out of the city center along like some roads, you have like the entire view to yourself. So perfect for photo shoots. You get a full view of Mount Fuji. Yes, you're not at the base of Mount Fuji, but it was still wonderful, and it's the closest I've been able to see it, and the clearest I've been able to see it. And I had a wonderful time. I didn't realize that there was bus service to the Gotemba Premium Outlet. So Gotemba has a premium outlet. They have lots of different stores and everything. I'm not a super big brand person. I wear a lot of like Uniqlo, which I guess is a brand, so that defeats my previous statement. But like I don't wear a lot of like brand name stuff. I just wanted to go to the outlet because they have a Pokemon store. Full stop. Full stop. Like, full stop. What was stupid of me is I walked an hour to Gotemba, and by the time I got to the Gotemba Premium outlets, and by the time I got to the outlets, my feet were dead. Like, dead. I had racked up, I think, 14,000 steps at that point, and it was not even 2 o'clock. So when I saw Shake Shack at the Gotemba Premium outlet, it was like finding an oasis in the desert, because the only thing I had in my stomach at that point was that probiotic yogurt we got this morning, a chocolate bread from Family Mart, and I think that was it. So I was starving. I was going a bit cuckoo, but like I really was enjoying the view. So as I'm slowly going insane from like starvation, I'm like looking around and I'm like, but Mount Fuji's right there, so I can't like be in that too bad of a situation. And in the grand scheme of things, I'm very fortunate. I know that. It was just in that moment I'm like going delirious from hunger because I've walked so much and expended so much energy and hadn't fueled myself. But then I got to find the Pokemon store, which was also kind of confusing because there's a main section that you enter into the outlets, and then there's a west ward that you have to cross a bridge to, and then an east ward that you have to cross a bridge to. So I went to the west ward because I didn't know that they were connected. Spoiler alert, they're not. You have to like take an elevator, go through a parking garage, everything. So it took me a while to get to the Pokemon store, and I'm passing like Chanel, I'm passing like Lululemon and stuff, and I have no desire to go into any of them. I'm like, where is the Pokemon store? And I got there, and it was great. There wasn't anything that I was like wowed by, but I hiked an hour to get to that outlet. I was leaving with something, so it's in my bag over there, but I got a special like Pikachu plush that's like coming out of a plush Mount Fuji that you can only get there. And then I also got a Umbreon and Espeon keychain plush thing because my boyfriend's favorite Pokemon is Espeon, so we'll be able to like coordinate. And then I got some Pokemon cards because why not? And then my luck struck again as I was leaving the outlets. I'm sorry I'm rambling. I have a lot on the brain. I'm leaving the outlets and there's a bus. And I read the sign next to the bus and it says free bus shuttle to Gotemba Station because I think the outlet's trying to get people to go to it, so they're shuttling people for free back and forth. So I got on that bus. It was great. There was a guy coughing out his lung in the back seat, but besides that, it was wonderful. And then I got to Gotemba, and we're waiting for the train, which arrived like 20 minutes early, but like it's such infrequent service that like I got there, the seats were all filled up. And I felt bad because there was a lady with a baby in a stroller, and it had a little like plush Pikachu, and then the Pikachu fell onto the tracks, so she had to get off the train and then go find someone to get it, but like our train was already leaving, so she probably had to wait like another half hour, 45 minutes for the next one. But I hope the Pikachu plush is okay. And then from there, it was like a 2 hour or hour and a half train ride back. I had to transfer again at Kuzo, I believe, and then I went up to Tokyo from there. And it was great. One thing I crazily love is I love Tokyo Station when it's busy. I love any Tokyo station center that's like congested, whether it be rush hour or anything, because I'm like exhilarated by the trains. So being able to get on one and it being busy is like great. I was like blasting my music, having a great time. But that's the end of my ramble. I've racked up over 20,000 steps today. I'm gonna go take a bath and call it a night. So I'll see you tomorrow. Half this video is going to be me rambling for 10 minutes. But thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next vlog. I'm sorry. Still kind of delirious.